Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be finishing off the year with one of my favourite series, and that is the Talisman Series. Obviously, as this video goes out, it is the 31st, and of course, New Year 2026 is tomorrow. Obviously, not at the time of me recording, because, you know, I have stuff to do during Christmas time. I don't get a lot of time to record during that time, so I'm getting myself a little bit ahead of myself. So as per usual, in the description below, there's going to be usual links to both the TikTok, the Discord, and of course the Patreon page, should you wish to support the channel any further. And of course, special shout out to my Patreon members, Boss Nass and Ram Ranch, for supporting the channel via Patreon. So, today we're going to take a look at the C.202EC. Now, I must admit, it has been a hot minute since I last flew this plane, and the last time I did, it compressed like hell. And, well, it doesn't help that the 151s are going to be basically dead weight from what I've seen. 151s at the minute are a bit shocking, to say the least. From what I've seen anyway, and obviously other folks flying the planes and stuff, because obviously I've been flying the Fireball and things like that. So yeah, this is probably not going to go too well for this poor plane, but, well, to be honest, I don't remember when I got the Talisman on this thing. But obviously it's a rank 3 battle rating 4.0 aircraft, so we do at least, well, we can at least grind with it, I guess, if you're grinding like rank 4s and stuff. So that's at least something about it. Obviously, that's not going to matter, because I believe I'm researching a jet at the minute. I think it's the 326K, because that's on my to-do list for jet reviews. And, well, this thing is actually okay. I mean, you know, it's a 202 at the end of the day, so obviously we don't have the 205 level performance, but we do at least get an upgrade to the firepower, with two 20mm MG151 cannons with 250 rounds apiece. And, of course, we do keep the 12.7 braided Safats, which is also nice. Otherwise, this thing is just pretty much bone average. Like, there's no polite way of really putting it. You know, we get a little bit of pilot armor, we get a 50mm bulletproof glass. You know, it's not too bad, but it's definitely not like top tier, you know, this is going to seal club everyone into an existence sort of thing. But it will do for us, and obviously we do have the SM91 next up in the series, which I'm kind of looking forward to flying that, even with the 151 nerfs. And, well, hopefully that will at least go well, as will this. So, let's get into a match and see how we do. And welcome to the match. Well, we're on China Civil War, also known as, what's the other name of this freaking map? Zhengzhou, that's it, I can't remember the name of it. So far, a good bunch of the enemy team has died, and, well, my team's trying to catch up to them in that regard, because, well, I mean, look at that. Goes head on with a BF-109 in a PPD-1C, like, can't make that up. I will say, it's been a hot minute since I last flew this plane, like I said in the intro part. Be realistic with me, like, in the comments below. How many of you, like, raise your hand and everything, all that jazz? Obviously, I can't see you raising your hand unless it's a Cogna, because I know he's going to bullshit. How many of us have actually flown this plane within the last couple of years? That isn't Cogna. Yeah, I don't think many of us have. But, you know, it's not a bad plane, it's just one of those that you don't really fly the moment you spade it. And, well, that seemed to work, but that was the 50 cals mostly doing that. And, well, two dingleberries just crashed into each other, so that's a good start. Well, I say a good start, this match is pretty much almost over, because, well, this enemy team just is somehow coping even harder than mine, which is an achievement in itself. But it's fine. We've got that dude up there. We've got some targets in front of us. We've got a spinning A20 who is embellishing the "You Spin Me Right Round" song from back in the day. So yeah, let's see what we can do against this guy though. He's trying to show off a little bit, but let's see if we can make him pay for that. We didn't. He's the high model, so he's got the 20 mils. And he's ignoring... I was going to say, he's ignoring the LA5 to go for me. I mean, you do what you like, mate, but... You know, I think they just traded as well. I don't know if this 44 is damaged, but if it isn't, I'll finish it off. You know, might as well. Well, I can still get an assist, so let's do it. Thank you. Take an assist. Yeah, this game's going to be incredibly short because the Whirlwind's running back to his base, which I'm not going to be able to run him down in time. There's a 1-9 left. Yeah, this is going to be a very short game. Like, we've got 1 kill, 1 assist. That's all we've done. I mean, I can climb for this guy, but it's going to take me a little bit of time, because obviously we're not a 205. We don't have the performance of a 205. We have a 202 performance, which, you know, 202 performance is fine. but nowhere near at 4.0. That's the best way to describe it. Is he going to be dead? Yep, he is. He just slammed into the P-47. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go attack some ground targets for a little bit, because, well, it's better than sitting here twiddling my thumbs. We can take out light pillbox with these guns quite easily. So yeah, for those that don't actually know what the EC in this thing's name stands for, it's Experimento Cannone or something like that. Obviously I'm not Italian, so I probably butchered that, but it's fine. So yeah, they essentially, before obviously the 205 rolled around, they wanted to try and outfit the 202s with additional firepower, because obviously the Italian guns have never been like, well, obviously in War Thunder they're nukes pretty much, but in real life they were never known for like doing large amounts of damage. Obviously in War Thunder that's very different, but you know, it's one of those, like, you can at least understand that, you know, like, the guns on this thing are pretty good, even with the 151 nerf, because obviously the Reds and that will do the job. Obviously, I will say it does affect the center of gravity and obviously the roll rate a little bit, but you can deal with it. It's not hard to deal with. There's that one. Can we get a quick strafe on this one? Yes, we can. Is the Whirlwind gonna take off or not? Because he's I don't know if he's gonna camp his runway. If he does, I'll just cut to the next game because I'm not dealing with that. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I mean, he might try and win this game. I mean, there's only 2 of us left. Like, I'm ground attacking. The LA5 is twiddling his thumbs up there, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna pop the order. Let's see where he is. He looks to have just rearmed. Okay, well, we might as well get a climb in. Gotta watch the wet though, because this thing likes to overheat. So, I'll cut ahead. I'll see you shortly. And welcome back. We found the Whirlwind. He's actually going to try and fight, which, you know, respect for that. Not going to, like, dishonor my opponent. You know, he's actually going to try and fight. I don't even think he's paying attention. Oh, he is. Sophia, we took each other out. Although, that's where my liquid cooling system is. So if that's leaking, that could put the fire out. Oh, really? Yeah, you deserve to compress and crash, honestly, man. Clearly saw that thing was dead, but no. That's game. I'll cut to a game 2, because obviously that was a little bit short. I'll see you in a minute. Welcome to the second match. I just found myself a brigand, which managed to take out one of my teammates. Is he going to kamikaze into the ground? Yes, he is. Sure. You do you, my friend. It's your repair cost at the end of the day. Don't know why, like, he got the bright idea to do that, but, well, I'll take it. I mean, it's maneuver kill for the first teammate. Although, for some reason, he got the bright idea to take a head-on with a brigand, but, well, a lot of people don't exactly have bright ideas these days. So we've got 2 mozzies. We've got... I've still got to get around to review them mozzies, but they'll probably be next on my to-do list in the new year. Nice! Eat that. That's him dealt with. Come on, man. It's in a fucking flat spin. Leave it. Honestly. Some players are just so disrespectful, man. You know, like, he didn't even think, just leave it. You know, like, if you're gonna go for it, like, at least, like, fire once. You don't need to fire a long burst. Like, if you want an assist, get an assist. You don't need to, you know, almost take my kill. Like, come on. Alright, Yak 9T. I can risk it for the mozzie. We might as well. That's him gone. Oh yeah, we're dead to this Yak. Nope. He missed. Somehow. I don't know how I dodged that, because, like, I just pressed my rudder key and just hoped for the best. And he just decided, you know what, I'm not even going to try and, like, shoot you. And, well, there goes him. I shouldn't have got away with that. I should have been dead right there, but for some reason he was trying to, like, line me up with the Berezin first. And just didn't even shoot his 45 until it was way too late. Is that friendly I can hear? Yes, I can see on the minimap. Hits. I don't want to hit a teammate, so I've got to be very careful. We both hit it at the same time, that's unfortunate. Alright. Yak 9, P-51. P63. I'm going to go for that next. Oh, well. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know, if the P51 wanted an assist, you just fire a tiny burst and you get it. You don't need to, like, try and take all the points, you know. I get it. Some people want the extra points and stuff, but I mean, I don't need them per se. But you know, you gotta think of respecting your teammates. You know, like if it's clearly in a flat spin, fire a short burst of your non-lethal ammo, like 30 cals or something. That's all you have to do. You don't have to like try and steal the dude's kill just because you want to. So, you know. There's a PBJ flying about. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's attacking these ships and he's taking fire. I think I can kill these ships. I think I have to come in from a different angle, though. I think there is a way in which I do it. I attack them from above, if memory serves. Like, attack them from above and strafe them like this. I think that's the way I do it. It's been a while. Yes, there we go. That's a landing craft kill. We might as well take one. Otherwise, the enemy team is just 2 bombers left, and that's about it. Make that 1 bomber. There's 1 bomber left. Still, not a bad result. 4 air kills, 3 grand. I'm proud of the 4th was, you know, we both fired on that 1 and 9, and by the time I'd stopped firing, because I saw the fire, my shell's already connected, so, you know, it's fine. But yeah, it's one of those that, like, you know, like, it's one of those that you just think about, like, you know, respecting your teammates and stuff like that. The amount of people that don't do it is actually quite frightening. You know, I know teammates in this game are, like, bad in general, like, for their behaviour and stuff like that, but don't give them a reason, you know. I know that sounds a bit odd, but, you know, just don't give them a reason to do what they do, and you won't have a problem. Most of the teammates that I come across, I don't have issues with. But that's just my take on the situation. Alright, let's pop an order. Let's see where he is. Where the fuck is he? Is he even on the map? I'm just looking now. Oh, there he is, just there.
Attention to the map.
He's on the deck in a P8. Okay, is he flying around the map to, like, cover himself? I'm not sure, but that P51 up there, Vastis, should be able to have him, so consider that my gift to you, my friend. But no, that's what I mean, like, I know some of you are probably sick of me mentioning it, like, kill stealing and stuff like that. I know some of you are, but, you know, there's a fine line between getting an assist and trying to actively take the kill. Like, there's no reason to. Like, I understand if you want an assist for, like, grinding and stuff, but you don't need to do it. Like, you don't need to try and steal the kill. Just be respectful to your teammates. It's not a big ask in this economy. But anyway, going back to the plane, this thing's been okay, you know, like, the compression that it used to have definitely doesn't exist anymore. Can I get a cheeky ground time before the game ends? Can I get one? Just in time. That's final blow. Might as well get the extra SL. 4 air, 4 ground, I'll take it. Not a bad little result. And, well, not a bad little result for this plane in general, because I literally don't see this thing. And, well, we at least got to take out a ship, so that's at least something. But no, I think that went pretty well. The 151s definitely felt a little bit less punchy, but obviously combining it with the Bread of Safat is actually pretty good, because obviously the Bread of Safat is a nuke machine right now. And, well, having the 151s is really nice to have. And honestly, it's one of those things, like, it obviously has really good guns, but it's just held back by its poor, like, it's relatively poor performance for the BR. And, you know, it does have a little bit of control stiffening, I did feel it, but ultimately, you know, it's not a great aircraft. It's alright, but I wouldn't say it's one that I would go out and get thousands of kills in myself. But obviously, next up in the series is the last vehicle for Italy, and then we move on to France and Sweden. We've got some nice ones in France. I'm not spoiling them yet, don't worry. We'll mention them at the end of this thing's episode. But yeah, looking forward to that. Anywho, I'm going to leave it for today. I really hope you enjoyed seeing the C.202EC, and I'll see you next time.